Hey everyone, rather incoherent here. What I'm showing you now is actually the video file for the video you're about to watch before I edited it. The thing is, making this video broke me. I was so on tilt after the last battle that I just closed the game and turned my computer off after I saved it. I forgot to hit stop recording, and that sort of breaks your video file a bit. So specifically what's wrong is that I can't edit this file, and I also can't convert it to anything because it breaks the file when I try to convert it as well. It produces like a 180-hour long video if I convert it to anything. I'm surprised I can even launch this in a video player because I was told that if you don't hit stop recording, it actually just is unusable. So my solution to this is to literally just record the video being played in VLC. I think doing this is going to result in me losing a lot of video quality. The audio quality should be fine. But the only alternative really is just losing the episode and just skipping ahead an hour of playtime and telling you what happened. So I'm sorry for any quality loss as a result of me being on tilt and turning off my computer without ending the recording, and let's get into it. Hey everyone, Rather Incoherent here, back with more Rome Total War Remastered as the Seleucid Empire. Now, it looks like our plague is dying out a little bit here in Egypt, but the bad news is that since our army probably has the plague, we're going to keep spreading it for a little while still. Now, previously I was planning on sending this army back to here to get retrained, and I may as well still do that. There's units here worth picking up. But something I wonder is if perhaps rather than sending all of my armies to the north when I leave, I should send a small number west and start conquering the African coastline. And I think the answer is yeah. I'm basically just doing the opposite of what I did in my Juliai campaign, sending out just a general to pick up mercs along the way. I'll probably give him like one archer as well as a couple of normal units, but not much. And speaking of, when I was retraining these, I should have made another archer and not a levy pikeman, because archers are made at far fewer cities of mine than levy pikemen are. So I guess first things first, I want to go around and build units and cities, or buildings rather, in all of my cities. So I've just finished making buildings and units in all the cities that can, and now we're back at Hatra, as always besieged by Armenia, and a tiny army that has no right being here. So let's make them leave again. Okay, so what I've been doing here is I'm just moving my units out in groups of 3 hoplites. My general peasants over here are just staying behind my main group of hoplites. And it looks like they're finally running their peltasts up with the intention of throwing spears at me. Not something I'm particularly a big fan of. So I'm gonna start moving my hoplites to flank. Yeah, militia hoplites don't do great against javelins, do they? Lost 30 men to the first volley. So I need to start running these forward to make sure I don't just die to spears. It looks like I might actually get to engage with these guys. I shouldn't, but I might. And I'm just trying to make sure that everyone stays roughly in a little box here and nice and safe. The fact they have 2 groups of Peltas against my literally no defense army isn't great for me, but my army is also completely and totally expendable, so I'll just retrain everyone after the fight probably. Alright, are we getting attacked by anything? No. I'm just moving everything forward in its own group. If I grab all of them and move them forward, I think it's much more likely that I'm going to end up breaking my phalanx formation because these guys will be marching sideways and lifting their spears. Whereas like this, most of them are still going in a relatively straight line. But here, I'm just trying to make sure that everyone's relatively involved. I'm going to break phalanx here and have these guys run to the back because they're going to need to reinforce. Same here. Phalanx and stop. Move forward. And nothing in this battle other than this cavalry right here actually matters very much. These are the Eastern Infantry, but both of these break phalanx. We're gonna have this break phalanx. Actually, no one who's not like right here really needs to be in phalanx right now. This needs to move behind them. This just needs to collapse, honestly, since it's so far out of position. Get in phalanx, stop. I actually want both of these just charging this unit. And these other ones, that one routed because javelins were just too much to handle. And I'm being charged by Peltast and routing from it. Excuse me, men? Fucking militia hoplites. If we get their general, this is honestly still completely worthwhile. It's just everyone's chain routing right now. Man, militia hoplites are a truly terrible unit, aren't they? All that's left is this one unit, and I don't think he's going to last too much longer.
Your general shames himself. He runs. So will his army stand when he shows such courage?
This unit needs to continue routing to make sure that I don't actually end up losing the battle. We're just gonna double speed this for a while everyone gets fucking murdered. So as you can see, 3 units took almost no casualties and routed instantly, and most of the casualties I suffered were after the rout started. So good jokes all around. Now the good news, I would even say the great news, is that they're probably out of javelins now. Alright, so we're gonna try this one more time. We have everyone stacked in more or less the exact same location. We're gonna see how it goes. We're keeping my general relatively nearby, not that it's gonna help. It looks like they still have plenty of javelins, so I'm not happy to hear that. And we haven't got their general yet, which is honestly all that matters. Alright guys, come on. I believe in you. Oh wait, I actually can't have my general participate because he could die and cause a chain rout. Their general's just walking away. So hilariously, despite only wanting to do one thing in this battle, we might not be doing even that. What a terrible victory.
They are not soldiers, only frightened rabbits running from our men.
I don't think it's possible to catch them because Peltas that fast moving. I was just wondering if peasants are actually even faster than Peltas, and the answer is actually kind of. They killed a couple of guys. Good job, peasants. Oh.
This is a victory fit for the gods.
No, it's not. The fuck do you mean it's a victory fit for the gods? That was a terrible fight. Oh. This is why I don't like militia hoplites, but it looks like generally if I have a general next to them, they'll tend to actually stick around and fight, as opposed to that bullshit. So we failed to kill the only unit that mattered there. We just killed everyone else in the unit. He was down to like 5 men at the end. And the javelin men will come back to fight another day. Do I even have the population to retrain this all? Yeah, I do. Poor Hatra. They were actually pretty close to growing before this. 3/4 of the way there. Just wasn't meant to be. This is Hatra's fate. It's just to do this to Armenia all campaign. Now here I have a couple more units that need to be retrained. But I don't see any reason to stick around and wait for them and head off to Parthia immediately with the rest of this army. Just going to stop and make sure that I actually, don't have the city rebel when I leave. I think they'll be fine at normal tax rate. I'll drop it to low just in case, though. I'm very sure this is unnecessary. And now that Arsaki is handled, we're going to head over to Parthia and wipe them out, which will finally get us over to Armenia, and we can wipe them out. Something I didn't do during infrastructure was go around and update all my taxes. Because now that I have that wonder giving me just 30% happiness everywhere, I can probably change it from high to very high in a lot of places. Okay, that's a rather substantial increase in my taxes. The Statue of Zeus is probably the best wonder in the game. It's just ridiculous having 30% more happiness, which is essentially one more level of taxes in every city you own. Now we have 2 sieges we need to handle, one against the remnants of Pontus, which have now become rebels in lieu of any family members. I would say it's peasants and 3 units of Eastern infantry and 2 units of generals. Wait, what? How do they have rebel generals? I'm confused. I'm very confused. How does this army have 2 rebel generals if this was faction destroyed against Pontus? Did their capital actually riot naturally at some point and rebel? I have no idea how there are generals here if Pontus was wiped out, but let's get into it.
For our soldiers, order the attack.
So right now I'm just letting the Eastern generals waste their javelins on my relatively worthless Eastern mercenaries. Let my horse archers empty their entire quiver as well. A part of me wants to just send these spearmen into the walls against the general, but I know it's not going to work how I want it to. What I will do is get ready to send people into the breach over here. I'd have my unit shoot anything but the general, since the general literally lost no units during all of that. And right now I'm just having my horse archers pick off units until such a time as I can run some units into the breach. So I'm finally running my hoplites in, trying to get a position inside the city. It looked like it went well enough, very easily. Stop what you're doing and actually get information, you shitheads. Are they sending in Eastern infantry to go fight 4 phalanxes? I'm not sure about that decision. Oh, they're finally charging in. I don't know about that. I don't know why they suddenly decided to do it now, because it's been like 4 minutes since I got inside the walls. I will have these units just run into the back and stab. It won't matter, but it might catch some routing.
Our soldiers have done well this day. The walls are taken.
I am now getting all of my men just guarding the only path I expect enemies to take towards us. Oh, they're charging me. I'm not sure why peasants are coming to fight the phalanxes. They're doing it again, too. They're just coming to fight, and I don't fully understand why. It seems like a very bad decision.
The enemy general is slain, and now his men...
So I'm just moving my phalanx up bit by bit through the city until I'm actually close enough to get into the square. It's slow and tedious and ensures that I win this with minimal losses. And for some reason, when those units got attacked and engaged in melee combat, they were like, all right, since we finished the fight, I guess our orders are done, and just forgot that they'd been given movement commands before they were attacked. Which is weird, but I sort of understand what's happening. And yeah, this is the precise reason that I wanted to move my phalanxes up to here. The enemy's just walking out to come fight me. And I guess I'm walking out to come fight them too. Yeah, it's very sad. I imagine my general's bonuses to nearby units is probably a relevant part of this fight. At this point, I think it's just faster to give a movement command than to actually play this. So let's just do that. Yeah, the Levy pikemen did their fucking job. Killed 200 men. One of these militia hoplites was also doing more than its fair share. It's weird. Simultaneously, these terrible militia pikemen are the worst unit I have ever used in rout at a moment's notice, and also just like perfectly holding the line in most of my battles. And I think I'm gonna be executing Sinep. No, I'm definitely enslaving Sinep. What am I saying? I want the population. It's just better economically in the long run. And it gets Seleucia to grow. Hell yeah. I'll immediately do that. And it gets me an exotic slave, which is one of the worst retinues. Because it only does anything if you stay in the city. It looks like all I need to leave behind here is this one unit. I could upgrade everyone's weapons, but I really don't care about that. Actually, I will be upgrading their weapons, weirdly enough. And the reason I'm worrying about upgrading their weapons is not because I think it's important to upgrade their weapons. It's because I want to put them on a boat and take them west, which means I need to recruit the boat anyway. And then if I were walking towards the boat with this army, I wouldn't even make it to the coast. So it's actually faster to stay in the city and wait for the boat to pick us up. And then I'll finally come over and take Byzantium, it looks like.
Yes, my lord.
This diplomat needs to continue looking for Scythia. Well, not Scythia. It needs to continue walking to Thrace. And honestly, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We'll probably meet them around the same time as we start conquering them, I think. Which is kind of funny and not what I intended to do. We have one more siege this turn. We need to take this last city from Egypt. Was that 3 units of Peltas? 2 units of Peltas and a unit of slingers. Do these have... I wonder if Egypt has real slingers. Apparently I can't check on the battle screen. Great, fantastic. Nope, they've got the terrible 4 attack slingers too. Damn shame. So it looks like the only good slingers in the game are actually mercenary slingers, which is sad. But anyway, let's get in and kill this army. It's just 3 ranged units. It shouldn't be hard to deal with. I wasn't expecting my army to look like this. I hadn't really remembered what I was down to. This is fine. It's just not at all what I thought I was working with. So I'm just gonna put my units on either side, or my rams rather, on either side. And then I'll figure out where I'm going based on where the enemy's defending the wall more effectively. Which is over here. This is where I want to be. I'm gonna have these Bedouin archers run up to shoo anyone away if they come try to defend the walls. I was running all of my Jav Cav in because I can. There's nothing the AI can really do to stop me. And at this point, I have the walls and unlimited time to do whatever I want. There is one unit of spearmen I actually need to worry about. So let's make sure we actually get in the city and make sure that doesn't fight our Jav Cav in a straight fight. So we got all of our phalanxes in time. This phalanx doesn't stand a chance in this massively outnumbered clusterfuck that it finds itself in. I would hope. It looks like they're losing. I'm losing quite a few men as well, but I don't really need my spearmen for the end of this. I just need to deal with this. And now I can have one unit of cav come run them down. I hope. Yeah, good. I am willing to just send my general into the walls and have him be the man that kills this unit of slingers. A general charging slinger should surely be a one-sided stomp that wipes out the unit. I'm ready to lose a third general to complete bullshit, though. I'm gonna trust victory seems certain and assume that we're not gonna lose too many more men. It doesn't seem like I should have trusted it, though. These dudes are just fighting to the last man.
The enemy general flees. Press forward so that the spirit
I've got to leave now because of that glitch where after they started routing, my units just gave up on fighting them. So my general is officially done being involved in this battle. Never again. I have this unit of light cav that would like to get in the city, though, ready to chase things down if I get the chance. Oh, they're coming around this way. I mean, honestly, I should just be able to charge this with like 1,000,000 units of Jav Cav and kill it, right? That checks out to me. Just let them keep moving towards me to give myself the maximum amount of time to run them down. And now get them. Yeah. They just keep stopping and not really running them down. It's very annoying. Oh, I already planned to retrain these units on the way out of Egypt anyway. So honestly, I'm just gonna charge in with my Jav Cav and spend the money and population to retrain them. I'll have my general come in behind them, not actually participate, just be there to give them the buff. And since I'm doing this now, it actually makes me realize something. The difference in militia hoplites with and without an actual general encouraging them is sort of hilarious and appropriate. Random trash levies that didn't even want to be here break instantly without a general to inspire them to greater deeds. Like, mechanically, it feels pretty bad, but thematically and flavor-wise, I actually really like the mechanic. Anyway, just charge in and kill everyone, except for my general, who's going to stop a little bit back and be there for moral support. And yeah, this is the fight. Good job, militia cavalry.
And now his men fear us. It is time to press the attack.
They lost kind of a hilarious number of men considering what they're actually doing. Cavalry charging skirmishers, but I mean, hey, it's fine. Lost almost 200 cavalry fighting melee battles against ranged units, but hey, it happens. It is what it is. That is the last city on the Nile to take. Does it have a plague is the real question. And I'll be enslaving this as well. And it is plagued, of course it is, because the army that came to it is plagued. Now the awkward question I have actually is, does this army actually get to go north and leave by boat? Or is it going east to fight the rest of Egypt? Let's start this man moving towards this city. That's happening no matter what. There are 2 cities left. I don't think Egypt has much in the way of settlements. I can sort of cheat and check this actually by going to the faction charts. Going to specifically look at Egypt and then changing it to their territory ranking. I would read this as 3 settlements, not 2, right? Yeah, because the Senate only has 1, so 2 would be right here between them. What is Egypt's 3rd settlement? I'm actually going to toggle Fog of War. I have no idea what the map looks like, apparently. Yeah, no, Egypt has exactly the 2 settlements I thought they did. That's very strange. Because, like, looking at this, just comparing the settlement count and territory, this is not double, it's triple. So what I've just learned is that you actually can't use this to accurately guess the exact number of cities a small faction has. This does not at all parse to me as what 2 should look like. So back to the original question though. I think Egypt just has these 2 cities, I was right. ignoring whatever armies they had. I know I saw stuff moving around with no full stacks. What should I be doing with this army? First, let's just build a port in the city because it's probably... Actually, is it valuable? It's on the Red Sea. It is, worthless, apparently. It trades with nobody. Yeah, that checks out. We'll build mines instead. We'll retrain units and we'll build levy pikemen. No, we won't. We'll build peasants and we're going to leave. We're not sticking around here. They're going to be fine with just the peasants, so everyone leaves, and we all go to Memphis, where you can retrain those units here. Enslaving that got Sardis to expand, which is nice, because they've been doing nothing for a while now, which also means that I can crank their taxes up. Apparently, they were already at very high, which is probably a mistake. And I've actually used all my money. What a rare occurrence. I got a runner, which is actually fantastic. Aren't you my faction heir, Demetrius? I'll even check. I thought he was. Oh, is it this guy? Is this my faction heir? Yeah, it's Aristandrus is my faction heir. It might have briefly been Demetrius before I reset it, or I was considering Demetrius. One of the two. Which reminds me that I have no generals in the Peloponnesus right now. I'm just desperately trying to get man of the hour over here. I'm gonna move this Thracian mercenary back to Thessalonica because I may as well. For the time being, I'm just going to leave these phalanxes in their respective cities so that they can potentially defend cities, because the next war that I'm going to have where I'll need them is going north or west, so I'll pick them up along the way. Yeah, I won't need the help at Athens is my point, so there's no reason sending them south. And that's it for this turn. I've done everything I need to do, building battering rams at Halicarnassus. So we'll decide what we're doing with Egypt at the start of next turn. Ah, damn it. Forgot about this man. Right, yes, this is the confused group of phalanxes that didn't know where to go to be retrained. And my diplomat needs to continue moving towards the Romans. The Brutii is doing the typical AI thing of just randomly moving its units around next to buildings, and they're dallying me. Nice. It's Rome Total War for a reason. It's not Rome Total Peace. You don't get to have friendly neighbors. Which is fair. It's a mindset I've already fully adopted. I just wasn't expecting them to down me literally seconds after meeting me. Also, I don't know where that Macedonian army came from. Why was it over near Byzantium? I want to know how much money I make. I ended the turn at 170. I'd actually used all my money for once. And I think I'm making probably like 15,000 a turn at this point or something insane.
Our ships are under attack!
Good luck, buddy. He's still alive.
For your lives!
Are the rebels sallying forth? Excuse me? What's your reinforcements look like? Because obviously you're relying on them. It's better than my army. But still, it's a sally battle. They're going to fuck this up. That glare was awful. I don't know what that glitch is. I would like it to go away. So first I have to unpause the battle and wait for the rams to get dropped and phalanx to be broken. Now next, I'm going to have 2 units of phalanx run around, no, just 1 unit of phalanx, on either side of the city. I'm going to try to eventually distract the enemy with these if I can. Everyone else is just running forward. They just all need to get near to the city to participate in getting inside the walls and taking over the city before the reinforcements actually get here. I probably shouldn't have had my general be one of these 2 flanking units, but oh well, this is where we're at now. And as you can see, their plan of walk out into the forest of spears wasn't a good one. I'm gonna have these 2 units continue walking around the city and see if I can't find and distract enemies. That's what I would like to be doing. Meanwhile, these units have weirdly enough not routed.
The enemy show their true virtue. They are not soldiers, only frightened rabbits.
This is actually a really difficult decision point because I have to predict what enemy AI is going to do. If I know for a fact the enemy AI is going to come into the city and try to sally out of this gate into this death wall, then I actually just want to let them do it. I don't want to stop them. But on the other hand, if they're going to walk around the city and try to fight me, I probably want to chase them down. And I don't know which one's correct. They're that far back? That's probably just their furthest back units. There's probably quite a few that aren't out yet. I think this is correct, just staying here. And if it is correct, then I need to have the rest of my units start participating in it, since we're just locking into doing this now. Oh yeah, they're nowhere near the city. They're going quite slowly. I'm just having these units move forward. If the AI wants to chase them, that's fine. If the AI wants to let their range units get caught out, that's also fine. But I'm expecting this unit to sally forth again once it gets its energy back, and I'll make a decision at that point. Because my units need to recover fatigue. They were getting into the yellow after that anyway. Although, as far back as they are, I wasn't expecting that, because like you've seen how far I've managed to move. They're moving in phalanx formation and keeping their units together. That's what's happening. If I'd realized they were doing that, I could have run into the city and just taken all the gates to prevent them from doing anything. And I'm actually going to have my units try to distract them now, since I realize they're not moving in phalanx, and I can potentially just take the city walls if I waste their time. Oh, whoa. And I fucked up because I apparently accidentally ignored the gates. It doesn't matter, we have the gates.
Militia hoplites. Ready.
Get in the city. I'm just commanding literally all my hoplites to get on the square. Except for the 2 that are out in the field. I guess I'm fighting these Protean slingers and losing with those guys. That's technically fine. The only thing coming into the city is the Peltas. All these hoplites are moving around the outskirts for some reason. And Black Friday dictates that I lose this, I think. What on earth? I told them to attack and they just all went fucking backwards. What's happening? I'm so tilted by this. Like, could you even tell me what you think is happening? This isn't bad pathfinding, it's actively not doing what I told it to. I just told them all get in phalanx, I'm just seeing what they'll do. They seem to be moving back into the square. That appears to be what get in phalanx meant. One of them routed, because apparently this was just too confusing. They couldn't handle the pressure anymore. So this is probably a loss for literally no reason. Like an incredibly easy to win battle that just isn't going to happen. Who are you and why are you not doing anything? Oh, you're the routing unit. Good job, buddy.
Go, go, go!
They're charging with their Cretan archers, which is an interesting tactic. If they want to throw away their ranged units, I can probably still win. Oh, I'm being flanked. It's all right. They killed themselves. Yeah. I don't know, man. The only units coming to fight are the Cretan archers and the Rhodian slingers. This is the most broken, fucked up thing I've ever seen in Rome Total War. Why do they keep doing this? Okay, at least they're routing now instead of actually coming in to die. So at this point, I'm waiting to get my general back and get fatigue back on everyone. This is so weird and broken. I have never seen the game fail this badly. And I know a couple of you have been with me from the beginning of this. I've seen the game fail pretty fucking aggressively. I'm gonna move this unit around to come deal with these Peltas. They're throwing shit into my flanks. It looks like they're cool to just come fight me, which is nice. Yeah. This is just so weird. This is just so weird. At least the Cretan archers are shooting now. Their hoplites are still, you know, fresh and doing well. I'm gonna try to pull back their hoplites by charging with this unit of spearmen. I don't know if that's actually going to work, but I'm going to try. I'm also going to reposition all of this into like the super lines where they're stacked thin, but there's multiple units. It just seems objectively better than being spread out like this. He's routing in a very fun way that I would not recommend doing. But since he doesn't want to come this way, I will just have him form up over here. It seems fine. No joke, I just stopped and took a, like, 10-minute break. Because this is so stupid. I don't understand this battle. I thought I had lost. I thought I had made a series of bad decisions at the start that would punish me. And then when I tried to rectify my decisions, I thought that my pathfinding had fucked me. And now the AI just sort of let me regain my fatigue and throwing away all their ranged units. But at this point, I need to start coming in from multiple directions. I hate these 9 Cretan archers. Imagine how bad this fight would be if they had like 160 of them instead. It looks like I don't have a choice here but to move this up. So we're gonna be moving this up, getting back into phalanx. Guys, 2 of them routed instantly for some reason. All of them routed instantly. Fucking militia hoplites. Why'd you route though? Nothing bad was happening. The only negative thing he has that didn't happen before he was routing was concerned over exposed flanks. Motherfucker, you had no exposed flanks. Your back was to nothing and your sides were to walls. This battle is really testing me. Fucking Christ. All right, so all of those units are dead. They're going to flee into the phalanxes and die. Move this phalanx up. See if I can't draw anything to the side. Move these phalanxes up and do the same thing on the opposite side. Oh yeah, those units were completely wiped out. 3 men made it out of that slaughterhouse. This was from exposed flanks. Whatever that means. Oh, and it looks like my other phalanx over here is also dead now? Yeah, they routed. They're right here. Not sure why they routed. Honestly, break phalanx and run. If you're not near your general, you're just going to retreat anyway, so please leave. Like, I don't know what to do if my units break instantly before the fights even happens. I have no idea what I'm supposed to fucking do in this situation. Like, I'm gonna keep charging my phalanxes into their ranged units and hoping I can kill a decent number of them before they rout. But like, I don't have a real plan here. This phalanx has decided that it's seen enough archers die and it's to come fight me. Nope, it's retreating immediately. Well, charge these Peltas then. Nope, they immediately retreated. Good jokes. Gonna charge again. See if I can't wipe out some more ranged units. I'm gonna let them come all the way in this time. I'm gonna flank them once they're here. Where's he going? I don't know which unit he's trying to attack. I do know that I just want to pull the general out. I need to run my units up parallel to this unit. Can have these hoplites just form a box at the top so that when they rout, I can kill them all. These need to move forward. All right, I can finally move this unit, and I can use this unit as well. And now they're just all dead. Oh, I guess the first cutscene was a prank. We didn't actually kill him.
It is time to press the attack.
He's really struggling to flee, isn't he? Oh, he's fighting to the death. Well, maybe kill him then. Okay, so that's 1 unit of hoplites dead. We're gonna keep trying to run down these Peltas as they throw their lives away and charge me. I'm gonna let them get to me and start to throw so they'll be stuck. Nope. It's literally not possible. Maybe if I pull the rest of these back, they'll get further up before they retreat. Nope. But they're exhausted, so they should move slower. So if I give them more space, I should be able to run them down eventually. And this is a situation where I'm doing literally everything in my power to get advantages, so... They are slower than me, but not by enough, it doesn't seem like. There are only 2 units of hoplites, 1 militia, 1 normal.
Completed, Commander.
But it's so fucking bad. Alright, they're able to throw now, which means I can get the rest of them.
Go, go, go!
Alright, so we can wipe out all these shitty units that are left over, because if I'm this close to the town square, it looks like it takes them a little while to break.
Attack! Quickly! Attack! Run!
This is the dumbest shit, by the way. This fight's been going on for like 25 minutes real time. It's just been a cavalcade of errors.
Try them! Hurry! Waiting for order.
Okay. It's just these 2 now.
Commander.
We're in the home stretch. Okay. So I split my army up. This time everyone is more or less next to each other. My general is nearby. Hopefully no one instantly routes, because I need these people flanking to actually win this. And I think this is winnable, and in fact easy to win from here. I've just been given so many reasons not to believe at this point. I'm getting to the point where it's hard to move much further up. I'm actually going to move one of these flanking units around all the way to this north side, just because there's so little room to maneuver past here with the way they're positioned right now. Hopefully there's no morale penalty for standing on top of 300 corpses of your countrymen, because if there is, they're getting that one. Oh man. This looks so easy to win, but it feels so sketchy because of so many people dying for no reason. And honestly, it doesn't even think we're meaningfully advantaged between very hard difficulty and the difference in value between a militia hoplite and a normal hoplite. Like, you compare the stats of these 2 units, it's twice the morale, 3/5 more attack, 60% more attack, more than 100% more defense. It's a much better unit. But we should be fine, I think.
Hoplite militia.
Let's start moving people up in ways that might trigger movement. Okay. We're pretty much in the square at this point and haven't triggered movement.
Orders completed, Commander. Hoplite militia.
I think at this point, what I'm trying to do is form a diagonal line here with these units on the left. I should probably do it with this double thick line here in case it all goes to shit.
Quickly. Hoplite militia. Militia, hoplites. Hurry.
Okay, I can't reasonably move this very much. What I can do though is I can move this man like this, I think.
Go, go, go!
This is... Oh, there's 2 units here. All right. This thinks we're fighting. We're not fighting. Stop. You're not fighting. I don't know what you think you're doing.
Militia hoplites.
Can I move them left like 1 man at a time?
Waiting for orders.
Maybe 2 men at a time? When they turn, I think the fight starts. No, we just kill the people who are next to us and continue on. Okay, cool. 2 more men at a time. I'm trying to cover this flank here for when the fight starts, because it's going to matter. I guess I'll also just like keep killing people when they're barely touching me, but they don't fight back. It's pretty good. I'm gonna take a step forward and see if this starts the fight. Actually, I'm gonna move further left first. Finish off what I was originally trying to do.
Waiting for orders.
Okay, and now that that's happened, I move all of this forward. We continue moving it forward, honestly. This should be the fight. What's happening? What the fuck is wrong with the AI this game?
Waiting for orders.
I put so much thought into this. Are you kidding me? They're not even fighting back?
Orders completed, Commander.
Hoplite.
Go, go, go.
All right, I honestly might... This is so demoralizing and so stupid that I think I'm going to just upload 1 video today. I don't have it in my heart to record anything extra. What is this? Look at the little shuffle they're doing. Everyone slide forward into Murder Town. Oh, now that I'm here, they're awkward about it. They're gonna stop doing it. What is this?
The enemy is defeated. This is a crushing victory worthy of a great
Oh my God.
general.
I wish there was a fucking save replay button for this. This is the best heroic victory I've ever had. You outnumber them 2-1. You lost half your men. Every man who died, basically, died in a catastrophic and pointless rout. Heroic victory. Chef's kiss, man. That is fucking beautiful. Yeah, this is gonna be the only video I upload today. This has been too much. I'm not mentally okay anymore. I'm not in the right mindset to play good Rome Total War the rest of today. I'm gonna have to call it after this video. Oh, that fight just broke me. I had to take a break in the middle. Like, heroic victory. Killed them on a Sally Fourth. Best possible result, really. And I'm just in full tilt. Anyway, our religious buildings are cheaper now, and we're gonna enslave them. I probably should have occupied to retrain my troops, but, you know, Tilt City. What a nightmare. I actually can't retrain troops here because they never built a fucking barracks. I'm gonna drop the population, or the taxes rather, to low so I can retrain as many people as possible in Halicarnassus once it happens. And they're also too small to make a port, so I can't build boats here to transfer my army anyway. I'm just gonna have this boat start heading east to try to join up with my other navy. It's clearly never doing anything on its own with, you know, any number of enemy boats roaming around. The good news is I make 20,000 gold a turn, which is kind of a fucking lot. So let's handle my end of turn messages and call it for today. Britannia and Germany are at war. The Julii declared war on me, and so did the rest of Rome. And the Julii also declared war with the Greeks. End of turn reports, don't care. Larissa is besieged by the Macedonians, or by the Brutii. Jerusalem besieged by the Egyptians. I will adopt anyone. Where'd he go? He's in Antioch, that's cool. Memphis and Thebes are currently under plague. And continuing our never-ending streak of good news, it looks like my general in Egypt died of the fucking plague. But hey, one of my tiny shit cities grew, so we've got that going for us, I guess. I've been rather incoherent. I hope you've enjoyed my mental breakdown. If you did, then please like, comment, and subscribe. It really helps the channel grow, blah, blah, blah. I'll see you in the next one. Hopefully the game makes more sense in the next one.